It began as just neck pain. I had a car accident whenever I was 20 years old. Went through the windshield. In the emergency room, they told me that everything was fine, that I did not fracture anything, but it ended up that I had fractured my entire cervical vertebrae. So it left me with, I guess, some spinal cord compression that caused the pain in my neck and then the numbness all the way down to my fingertips. I'm a nurse, a registered nurse, and I worked at an inpatient hospice facility at the time, and I was having to give a lot of IV push medications. And of course, your primary tools for that are these first 3 fingers, which I couldn't feel. I didn't want to sit down and visit with my children because I was constantly having to put heat and massage therapy and everything on my neck.
There was a big difference. She was always in pain, always laying down, real sick.
And when I would lay down at night, the pain would be worse, actually. So I didn't want to love on my husband.
Before the surgery, she was a lot of neck pain, a lot of shoulder pain, a lot of hand and arm pain in her right arm. Ever since then, it's gone.
Upon arriving at the Bonati Institute, it was a relaxed atmosphere from the beginning. We met Paul in the lobby, and he knew us and he knew our story. So he knew what we needed personally. And he took us on the tour. Later that day, we met Dr. Bonati once we had had the scans and everything for him. And immediately he was concerned about me and my pain and what I needed. It wasn't about his scheduling for the surgery. It was about what was best for us. And he introduced himself and he said, "Don't tell me anything about your pain. Let me just examine the scans first." And after he looked at the scans for just a few minutes, he was able to tell me exactly where my pain was, that it started in my neck, went down my shoulder, and affected my first 3 fingers, either on the right or the left side. And I said, correct, it was the right side. Yes, sir, that's exactly how it was. It was amazing. And then when they took me into the actual surgery suite, I was awake for the procedure. For most people, that would be, I guess, a little freaky. For me as a nurse, I thought it was very cool because I could watch the entire procedure on a TV screen while I was facing down on the table. And he would ask me questions as he was doing the surgery. Could I feel this? Could I feel that? Was the pain better? Was the pain worse? And he told me ahead of time that he would have me awake because I would need to answer those questions that would help him during the surgery.
At the Bonati Institute, we get rid of your pain for sure on the day of your surgery. Whereas if you have surgery at a place that doesn't use our techniques, you may not discover whether your pain's been fixed or not until several days, weeks, or even months later.
And he told me that when he got the area, the bone area shaved down enough that it relieved the pressure on the spinal cord, it would be instant. And I needed to tell him when that occurred. And it was instant. It was like a light switch. And of course, I had just some mild pain from the surgical incision, which was very small. But other than that, there was no pain. And my pain that I had went there for was gone.
It's rewarding here when you see these people come in with walkers and wheelchairs, and they walk out of here basically pain-free and walking like they haven't walked in years.
I spent years in pain and didn't know that I could be without pain, so it was incredible when it was gone.
The experience we had at the Bonati, it's hard to describe the way I felt about it because I saw several people come in that were in really bad shape and go out dancing.
Oh, it made my job much easier because I could feel the syringes again whenever I was pushing the medicine. I didn't have to constantly look at it and worry if I was pushing too fast or too slow. So my job was much easier with the return of the feeling in my fingers. It's been 1.5 years since my surgery, and of course now I feel like a 20-year-old again. I'm able to do anything that I want. I have no pain. I have no loss of motion. I have full range of motion in my neck, my arm. I'm able to feel my fingers again. So again, I feel like I'm younger than I've ever been.
It's a lot better seeing her not in pain though.
I have to say that the surgery was very excellent.
Yeah, I feel like I got my mom back.
Well, I guess they feel like they have their mom back too. Like my husband said, he has his wife back. And I certainly feel better, so I'm able to do more and enjoy them more.
I got the lady I married back instead of somebody constantly in pain.
For the person having surgery that might be considering the Bonati Institute, I would tell them that they're very informative, they're very professional, and they make you feel comfortable. And it's worth it for you and for your comfort level, and to get rid of the pain that you're living with, to at least go for a consultation. And of course, I'll put it in my husband's words. He got his wife back.